All right, morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vays. We're having a good day, monster pump overnight. We did a show last night with Jimmy Song where I was pretty confident we were going to hit 22,000 while on the stream, considering that stream started right after it broke 21,000. And overnight we hit 23,000 and almost 24,000. This is absolutely nuts. So we're going to go take a look at the chart and see if this 36-hour pump is finally going to take a little break and slow down to give everyone an opportunity to perhaps buy this dip. And we're going straight to the charts. Let's go. I'll talk about buy the dip a little bit later, as those that watched last night would know. All right, where is my live chat? Here it is. We have any moderators? Let me let them know I am live. And let me let my group chat know I am live. Okay, and here we go. Here's the weekly chart. The weekly chart looks like a monster. This is a ridiculous candle. Now, the week is coming to an end fairly soon. Today is already Thursday. I never know what day it is. I never know what day of the week it is. I never know what the date is. Time is just flying. I took a little break from politics and COVID, even though I continue to get more and more depressed with people saying that Europe is going to mandate the vaccine for every, I don't know, man, woman, child, someone with 2 years old, 2 days old. It's out of control. The way to fight this vaccine was to stay healthy. The way to fight this virus was to just stay healthy your entire life. And now the healthy people are paying the price for the unhealthy people. But let's go back. I mean, this is the only thing that's keeping me from not being depressed is the price of Bitcoin rising. So let's keep an eye on the chart. Price of Bitcoin rising and traveling is the only way I can get away from politics and the frustration of COVID, assuming I can travel to places. Remember, all this institutional money that's going into Bitcoin, they will sell. They will sell. It is only a matter of time. Okay, so this candle is, I don't want to say it's a blow off top candle because it's happening after some consolidation and we just kicked off a new weekly MRI trend. So this thing could have legs all the way into January, but some people will take profit. Actually, people might not take profit at the end of the year because they may not want to pay the taxes. They may want to wait into next year. They may turn those gains into capital gains. And of course, I'm talking about US persons. So it doesn't really make much sense to sell at the end of the year on a pump this big. You want to delay that into next year and deal with your tax problems next year instead of dealing with them this year. The daily chart. Now, that is a monster 2-day rally off a triangle. Now, this happened back in 2017. Wow, I have to use the go-to button because where is the go-to button? Where did it go? It used to be here. Is that it? Yep, there it is. We're going to go back 3 years. Bam. I wonder if I have my triangle drawn. I remember where it was, but I don't have it drawn. There was another triangle off of 3,000. Where's 3,000? Because I had that. I drew that triangle back then. I got to find these things. They're probably on my other chart. These triangle moves are powerful, but this particular triangle move, I couldn't find it. But this particular triangle move has crushed its expected target. Now, the daily chart is indicating, there's still 3 additional days of upside. However, those 3 days of upside only need to hold above yesterday's closing price. So as long as we stay above $21,300, the MRI is in a perfectly bull trend. And this candle here is interesting because we could be dropping, $2,000 from here and still have the MRI top be in place. Ideally, you want the MRI top to come at the ultimate swing. So right now, I really don't have much to add other than the reason why the stream is late is because I took a little bit of profit on my GBTC. I could not pass up the opportunity of this ridiculous premium. It was 38% earlier. I remember because I looked and I took a little bit of profit. I kind of wish I took more profit now. I got out right around 30, but only with a small piece because I think today could be one more pump into tomorrow. I really wanted to get out tomorrow. I didn't expect it to be this high today. I didn't think we would go up another 1,000 points overnight on Bitcoin, and that crushed the GBTC premium. But the GBTC premium is not that different than it was a few weeks ago. And I think there's a crunch coming. So I think there could be one more push for GBTC premium to hit that 40 handle right around here. And that would be a perfect selling opportunity. And I'm hoping that comes tomorrow. So if Bitcoin can swing up one more time, and make one more swing high, which is going to be challenging because we already had the big swing high and this happened after hours. Unfortunately, this is the 4-hour chart. This swing high happened while GBTC was not trading. If only it was trading, I would have absolutely got out with a much bigger position in that $32 range, which is probably where it would have been because the premium would have spiked it. If we can do something like this one more time, because this is the warning candle on a 4-hour chart. So the MRI top's coming tomorrow, but I think the high for the day has already been made overnight. I could be wrong. We could pump more, but I think the high for the day has been made. Not to mention that on the 1-hour chart, we have our MRI top now. I saw that this morning as well. So this was my rush to open my brokerage account because of the MRI and the hourly and the MRI warning on the 4-hour. This was a double MRI and the hourly. But, and here's the good news for the bulls. This is an MRI double top in consolidation. Whenever you have an MRI top in consolidation or on a monster bullish candle, those MRI tops are not screaming get out of the market. So this consolidation on the hourly chart is actually bullish. I can even draw one of these mini triangles. Remember the tone Vays rules of triangles, those that took the workshop. As long as you don't break any of the bodies, you can break all the shadows you like. And as you can see on the hourly scale, we are breaking out above this ascending triangle on the hourly scale. If I drop this down to the 10-minute chart, we could adjust the triangle some more. Maybe 15 minutes. How about 15? 10 isn't giving me a good one. 15's worse. We're about 30 minutes. 30 minutes better. So here on a 30-minute chart, you can see how we can draw one of these triangles. Oh, look at that. On a 30-minute chart, you topped perfectly with the MRI at 4 o'clock in the morning New York time, which was right around the time I was already full asleep because had a long day yesterday and I'm in the middle of a 3-day fast. because nobody wanted to go out to dinner last night. That's all right. We'll do it tonight. I'm not even hungry anymore. That's crazy. So I did cheat a little bit. So I'm on a 3-day fast with a minor cheat. I'll even show you what that cheat is. But if you guys start buying it, no, you know what? I didn't want to see it. I'll need an affiliate. No one's going to buy it. It doesn't matter. I'll show you guys the only thing I ate in the last 3 days. It's from Carnivore Aurelius. I don't even have an affiliate, but like if you guys start buying it, he doesn't have enough. I don't want you guys buying because then I'm not going to get my fix. But anyway, I'll share it anyway. This is what I ate on the flight. This is the only one of its kind. This is beef liver crunch. This is like beef jerky, but with the liver. So it's literally thin potato chip style pure liver. It's beef liver and salt. There's no other ingredients. Probably the healthiest thing you can possibly eat. And this is the only thing I've eaten in about 3 days. And I am not hungry at all. I probably should not have even eaten this. I mean, it's a huge boost of vitamins and minerals. But I probably should not have eaten that because then I could have had a proper 3-day fast. But yeah, that's what I did. What are his yeah, here it is. So yeah, you get a ridiculous. He should have like the percentage stuff. Anyway, this is great. I should ask him for a testimonial to put me on the site. But this is great. I have a subscription. I get a monthly package delivered. So there you go. This is the only thing I ate in the last 3 days. I'm not even hungry. And it's not like I have that much weight to lose. All right, let's get back to the charts. I don't even know how I got on that tangent. But yeah, GBTC was high this morning. I really wish I took it more seriously at the early morning, but I did not. Got out a little bit with at around $30, just above 30. Got out with I probably took about 20% of my trade off the table. And if we go higher, I'm going to take more off the table for the weekend. I'm not going to risk it for the weekend. I think Bitcoin could, consolidate a bit. I do like this 30-minute chart. I am liking this breakout. I think, but look, you had the hourly top. We're still dealing with a monthly top. Let's go back to the hourly chart. I like this hourly chart because the MRI double top on the hourly chart, while it is an MRI top to be respected, every MRI top is to be respected. It is happening in such consolidation that I wouldn't buy the current hour, but if the next hour starts trading above the current hour and the next hour starts in 10 minutes, I become very, very interested in this top potentially breaking over the next 24 hours, if not over the next 12 hours, as the pump is on. Fully on. And the GBTC premium. See, this is why it's so important to buy GBTC when the premium, like if I put my cursor right here, and I don't want to move the cursor, but if you guys look in the upper left-hand corner and you see the number in black right above the number in blue. So the number in blue is 10.23 and the number in black is 6.64. That number in black is the GBTC premium. And it was 6.6% on GBTC premium. This is why it's important to buy GBTC in a bull market when it's low. And right now, the GBTC premium is 33%, and it was 38% this morning. And, or 36% this morning. It was definitely higher. And that means my position made an extra 25 to 30% just because of the premium, because of the demand, because of the internal supply and demand of GBTC. And I really wish Tyler, thank God for Tyler Jenks, who educated me on GBTC, because when GBTC came out, this is one of the things I was wrong about. When GBTC came out, I was kind of, talking shit about it. I mean, I still see problems with GBTC, but you can take ridiculous advantage of GBTC if you understand it. If you understand GBTC, you can really take advantage and make some money. Bitcoin dominance is slowly coming back, but it's irrelevant. Gold busted out. This is totally expected. I said yesterday that I was looking for gold to be a gold bull the moment it broke this prior swing high, and it did that today. So those of you that picked up gold did well, not as well as Bitcoin, but you did well. The S&P is breaking out again. I've been bullish the S&P, and I remain bullish S&P. All right, we got questions. There's not much else. Guys, if you want to support, check out the affiliate page. I have just added the Buy the Dip brand back in. I tweeted out about it as well. Probably should have been promoting it, but those of you that remember, Barbie Buys Dips, she used to go by a different name in the crypto space, and she's back with her website, Buy the Dip. This is a trademarked brand, Buy the Dip. So if you're going to buy a shirt that's spelled exactly like this, please buy it from the official creator of the Buy the Dip brand. This is the one that I always wear. Got a few of these. I got to update some pictures for her because that haircut from 3 years ago isn't doing it for me anymore. And I am in Vegas. I am trying to do everything in my power to get Unconfiscatable conference in person, masks optional. No one. The only way, there's only one way I'm doing this event, is if no one hassles you about wearing a mask. You can wear it. No one's gonna hassle you for wearing a mask, but no one is gonna hassle you while you're not wearing a mask. The only way I will do this event, if masks are somehow mandatory, or myself as the conference organizer has to tell people to put a mask on, this event will not happen. The only way I will do this event is if people are treated like people and not like cattle. It's the only way this event happens. So right now, you are cattle in Las Vegas. You cannot walk around the streets in the desert without a mask. If you do walk around the streets of a desert without a mask, the Las Vegas police will fine you and ticket you. I am completely shadow banned on YouTube. You can take your pick as to why. It could be Bitcoin. It could be my medical expertise, apparently, and it could be my political opinions. So choose your poison as to why I am banned on all social media, or about to be. All right, I'm going to look at your questions. There it is. There it is. We are breaking. This is a very bullish sign. We have 4 minutes to go on this 1 hour chart. And, normally it's hard to challenge these kinds of swing tops, but I think it's doable. But keep in mind, we are on a 4 hour MRI warning. So next candle is a 4 hour MRI top. So you do have to be a little bit careful here and cautious. And in 4 minutes, we will see an MRI top with a 1 on top of it. Next candle, and this orange arrow will go away. So we'll be watching that. All right, we have questions. Let's look at questions. Let's look at your questions, guys. Tone, you always say to buy when it's breaking all-time high. How do you it couldn't be a fake out? I guess, how do you know it couldn't be a fake out? Or it could have pulled back to touch the ascending triangle one more time that you drew. Okay, I understand the question. Took me a minute. So I love buying the breakout of the all-time high. However, I don't like buying the breakout of the all-time high when it happens on an extension. Maybe I should go to the weekly chart. I'm not a fan of buying this breakout of the all-time high because of how long it took to get to the all-time high. I am much more of a fan of buying this breakout of the all-time high because of the much slower nature of getting to the all-time high, plus a multi-month consolidation in the vicinity of the all-time high. I need to take this off. Just the charts are too cluttered. Let's delete some of these. I don't really need them here. Okay, much better. So the top of this candle was 11,300. And as you can see, this line that represents the top, I don't even know what this blue line is. What is this? Is this just a line? It's just a line. I don't need this line. Too many lines. So this is the all-time high. Now, as you can see, we came up to a smidge of the all-time high and then pulled back. And then we broke it a little bit and then we pulled back. And then we finally broke it. And what is that? And then we finally broke it. So this is the all-time high I love buying. I was so bullish here. It was so bullish, it never even pulled back to the breakout area. So what about now? Now it's different. Look, there is a difference, and some of these things are kind of hard to explain. I wasn't buying the breakout of the all-time high versus 2017. I was buying the breakout of the daily chart. There is a big difference. I am still a little bit nervous of buying the longer term breakout. Oh man, this is so hard to explain. Like, I hope the senior traders in my audience right now understand what I'm talking about. The Jimmy's song, it has been on my is always on my channel, but over the last few weeks, I'd say, Jimmy has been very adamant about breaking the all-time high is, amazing historically, going into the future for the long term. But this is where I always slightly hold back Jimmy on that statement. I didn't go all in GBTC 2 days ago because of the all-time high break. The all-time high break to me was irrelevant. We could have broken the all-time high back here at 12,000. I was going all in GBTC 2 days ago based on the daily chart pattern, not the weekly chart pattern. Now, the weekly chart pattern was also bullish, but my entry into GBTC was not the same reason as my entry would have been back here. This is a reason to buy in on a longer term time scale where, like, even this here, actually, here's a good example. If I would have went all in right here at the break of this high, I would have gone in with the intention of using the weekly long-term charts. And I would have seemed like a genius as the price of Bitcoin rose 30%. But then it fell and would have put my position into the red. But I would not have mind because I would have bought this thing with a 1 year out time horizon. The current trade is not meant for a 1 year out time horizon. The current trade is using the daily chart. And this trade is made with a 1 to 2 month time horizon because I don't like the general nature of going up this fast and breaching the all-time high off of an exponential at the back end of an exponential rise. So I am still anticipating my pullback to even potentially go below the prior all-time high. But the daily chart was so freaking perfect for a move. And this is why I am a patient trader. As you guys know, I famously made a monster trade right here to the short side. And that was my only trade the entire year. I waited all year for the perfect trade. I don't care if I trade all year. Okay, if I don't trade all year, if I make one trade in a year and that trade nets me 70 to 100%, even with almost no leverage, I did well as a trader. You know, the job of a trader is to make money. It's not to trade every second of every day of your life. And to me, the opportunity to make the perfect trade, that's not good. Oh, we were rising nicely a minute ago. I'll go to the lower level time frame. To me, the opportunity of the absolute perfect trade, of breaking out of this daily consolidation, was not something I was going to pass up. But on a longer term time scale, I'm still slowing my horses a little bit. Now, this green star significantly helps me because this green star came out as we were breaking the daily triangle, like the weekly and the daily lined up. And the MRI of the weekly is saying, you know, all systems go, you know, to moon, 30,000, 40,000, there's no limit. The weekly chart is currently on path for its second consecutive MRI top. And we saw a second consecutive MRI top like right here back in 2019. And we saw 3 of them in a row. God knows how many of them in a row. Actually, there weren't in a row. Here it is. 1, 2. Like, we're on pace for a second MRI top. And that second MRI top could come at 50K. If you guys saw Willie Woo's Twitter recently, he's very bullish right now. But if we remove the MRI, if we forget the MRI, if we just step back and we forget everything, let's drop everything. When we only look at this, when we only look at price and maybe volume, see, look at that. That is not a lot of volume, but I am using Bitstamp. It's not aggregate volume. When you only use price and volume, it's telling you that things are a little bit out of whack. Things are a little bit overheated. Let's look at the oscillators. You know, the RSI is still rising, but it's overheated. Things can turn very, very quickly based on the fact that we are rising too far too fast. I don't need these Fibonacci's anymore. Let's clean up this chart a little bit. I don't need this stuff. Should have watched the old YouTube videos. I don't need any of this. Much better. I don't even need this. Or this. This was phase 7 of the hyperwave. We're close to it. When we broke this trend line, it was a go. These are my old targets. I should probably start removing all of this stuff. It doesn't. I'm removing that arrow. All right, a little bit cleaner. Okay, I should go back to your questions. No, short-term look. This is the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart is on a second consecutive MRI top. This is a tough candle. I took my exit early this morning on a little bit of GBTC. And right now, I am going to wait. I still have, 5 hours of stock market open. And if I feel uncomfortable, I will take more off the table during this candle. Let's look at the 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart should be giving me a green star if I have stars turned on, which I may or may not. I do have stars turned on. And boom, there it is. Told you. Well, I wrote the code, so I should know what the star logic is. And you can set your own logic to the stars, by the way. This isn't like, and I still need to spend more time. This is the one part of the code that's still in beta. And this is looking promising that we can challenge 24,000 today. We can maybe get one more. I would love to get one more, a triple MRI top on the 1 hour, which would still be in line with the 4-hour MRI top, because it'll be just one candle off the 4-hour MRI top. This is looking promising. Unfortunately, my GBTC, there goes the premium. See that? Premium is now 34%. I can swear I saw 38% this morning. If this thing goes to a new all-time high, this premium is going to spike because there's very little GBTC to go around. If GBTC can go to a new high, and this is delayed GBTC, I'm curious what the real GBTC is, but I don't want to dox my trading account, so we're not going to go there. All right, questions. Questions. Wow, there's a lot of questions. I spent so much on the first question. RSI 4-hour at 90, RSI weekly at 87, third highest since 2016. Previous 2 times created. Is there anything different in this cycle to think it will act differently? No, there isn't. But remember, if I keep teaching you guys what people pay for, it's no one's gonna ever buy my videos. The RSI can stay overbought forever. See, this is not the time to sell. The time to sell is here. Maybe there. That's a tricky one. See, the RSI only tells you to get out when it's leaving the overbought condition, not when it's up there. The RSI can go to 99. Like there's a limit. Its limit is 100, but it can get as close to that limit as possible. You can go to 99.9. There's really, and it can stay there for a month or 2 months or 3 months. So you don't use the RSI, a high RSI number, to exit the trade. Just look at this is the weekly, and it's not even the highest it's been. The RSI was way higher back in 2013. So there's no precedent is being set. And look how long. Look, the RSI was similar levels to this in May 2016, and then again in December, and then again in June 2017, and then again in December 2017. So you should have held all throughout. You could have sold when you exited the overbought, but when do you buy back in? Do you buy back in when the RSI goes back into overbought? So not a great, RSI is not the best of metrics. It's good for divergence. It's probably its best feature. Let's see if we can break to a new all-time high. Look at that. Look at that. I've told you guys, it's this 30-minute chart. I love these triangles. These triangles are absolutely incredible. Again, one of the things I focus on when I teach technical analysis, this triangle is calling for almost $1,000 upswing, 950 bucks. So all we got to do is reverse 920. All we got to do is reverse this arrow to 930. And that's our target. That is our target. That would be a new swing high. That's the target off of this 30-minute triangle. On a 30-minute is the cleanest triangle I can draw. And there it is. And there it is. And, we just kicked off another green star on a 30-minute. So we're bullish. I'm fully bullish right now. This can definitely go up. Let me stop the screen share for a second. I am going to go to GBTC, and I may adjust a few things here. I got to open my trading account. I want to reevaluate here. Yeah, sorry, guys. Give me 1 second, and then I have so many questions, and I will do my best to get to some of them. Yeah, I think we're going higher. Let me see. I want to see what the proper high of GBTC was today. All right. I'm still happy I took my little bit of profit this morning because the GBTC premium was so high I couldn't pass that up. But I want to just put another just in case. Sell limit order above 31 on GBTC or close to 31. And I'll take that exit. All right, let's do this. Let's go back to screen share. Actually, no. I'll just read your questions, and if a screen share question comes up, I'll nope. Change my mind again. We're gonna put the chart up. Okay, here we go. Next question. If a lot of this is institutional money, does that change anything with the farther and faster we go, the bigger correction? No, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change much. Enrique Felix, thank you so much for your super chat. And whoa, Eddie, thank you for your very generous Euro donation. Tone, thanks for all the awesome free education. It's been awesome this year. Will you still not buy the candle after the MRI top when it is monthly, the entire month of January? Thanks, Merry Christmas. That is an excellent, excellent question. And the answer is yes. And the reason is because I'm in now. I am fully in now. So here is our monthly MRI top candle. And if we go to Heikinashi, that is also an MRI top candle. I do not buy the candle that follows the MRI top candle, but I am already in. So I am in, and I just need to properly get out if I get out. So I don't need to buy the January candle. I just need to keep holding on to my Bitcoin trading position until I feel that it's topped. And if it doesn't top, and if the next candle skyrockets, I have no more disposable money to buy that candle because I'm already in. I'm already in the trade. But no, I don't like buying the candle that follows the candle. So here's another example. Here's the weekly example. This is the candle I get out. This is the candle I watch. This is also the candle I watch for multiple reasons. One, it's a bearish candle. Two, it's an extension C, so it's giving me another red arrow. And most importantly, the green star is not on this candle because this candle is not breaking the previous candle's high. But this candle is breaking the previous candle's high. And this is where I'm getting back in based on mostly the daily scale, somewhat the weekly scale, but I'm aware that I'm in a monthly MRI top, which means that I should still be very, very cautious on a big, big picture that we need to take a 1 to 2 month break. We need to have a 1 to 4 month correction. But because I have no idea when that correction is going to start, it could have started 2 weeks ago, or it can start 6 weeks from now. So until then, I am fully bullish in the market, waiting to sell the top, and hopefully I can time it right. That's all a trader can hope for, is timing it right. All right. Whoa, a lot of questions. Holy shit. Okay, let's keep going. Tone, since the top is going well above 20K, do you still hold that 14K is more likely now than if it were to top below 20K? Yes, as long as our current swing top is below 25,000, as long as our current top is in the $23,000, $24,000 range, I don't believe a pullback to 20,000 is healthy enough. I think we need to go a little bit further down. Now, if we go to 30,000, if we go closer to 30,000, I then believe that the pullback down to 20,000 is plenty, because that becomes a 30% correction. However, if we go to 30 really, really quickly, that creates a an unsustainable environment that now opens up sub 14,000 again, only if we go up too quickly. And this is another challenge where that people don't understand unless they have experience trading, where a move to 30,000 is awesome, and then a pullback to 20,000 is great. But if a move to 30,000 happens too quickly, trouble happens. And we saw this. We have a precedent for this. We saw this here last year. Because we went to 14,000 unreasonably quickly, we ended up in a shithole 9 months later. But if only we had gone to 14,000 in a very slow, methodical way, this probably would not have happened. This panic, while you can blame this panic on COVID, this panic was set off by the unreasonable rise that took place 9 months earlier. Everything affects everything in the future. Every little thing that happens does come into play eventually. And right now, we're starting to go up too far too fast. We are on the edge of going up too high too fast. If we have another one of these candles, this is a monster week, an absolute monster week. This is open to close for 20%, but look at the nominal number. This is a $4,000 candle, and we still have 3 more days. This thing could be a $5,000 week. I don't think we've ever had a $5,000 week. That wasn't, I mean, it was more by percentage, but I don't think that was a $5,000 week. That was a $3,000 week, and oh, it was, but it didn't hold 5,000. And this probably was too. Yeah, we had a few $5,000 weeks back in 2017, but now they're becoming the norm. That's gonna become the norm. I still want to see this rise up and challenge that. I want to see the target get met. I want to see a 24K break today. And that would allow me to actually exit GBTC some more if we break 24K today. Either way, I'm probably going to be exiting tomorrow. Ideally, I want my high to come tomorrow. I would feel most comfortable with exiting GBTC at 24,500 area, right under 25K tomorrow, Friday. And then I can sleep very well over the weekend, and it will probably take a little breather over the weekend. More questions. Shit, I actually have to do stuff. I have a call at 9. Well, we're talking Eastern. I have a call at noon Eastern time. I live on Eastern time. It doesn't matter where I am in the world. I live on Eastern time. I have a call at noon Eastern time, but I don't even know if I want to take that long because I gotta jump off. Next question. What about the strategy? Always long when price comes back to 20-week moving average. Sure, but like it may never come back to 20-week moving average. Let me see. It'll come back to it eventually, but it's been a while. That's a 20-week moving average, I think. Yeah, it is no, that's the 50-week because that's the daily. Okay, let's go to the weekly. That should be the 20-week moving average, and it is. That is the 20-week moving average. Yeah, I mean, that's a good strategy. It would have could have wrecked you right here. So you want to be careful. You want to be when you're breaking the 20-week moving average to the upside, but that also happened right here. So look, any strategy is a good strategy as long as you are consistent and you follow rules. If you follow rules, any strategy is a good strategy. Where can I get that BTC premium indicator? Unfortunately, you can't, but you can calculate the GBTC premium on the fly if you like. I need to make that in the public, but it's actually kind of complicated. It's not simple. I see the problem is if I make this public, I will then spend the rest of my life explaining how to use it. And I don't get paid to explain how to use it. See, this is the problem. The reason why this GBTC premium isn't public is because it's not a plug and play indicator. It requires understanding. And if I make it public, I'm going to have 1,000 people messaging me, Tone, how do you use the GBTC premium? And I just don't want to deal with that. So unfortunately, either you have to build your own, or you can just, go to the GBTC website, find out how many shares of Bitcoin is held by each GBTC, and you can just divide one by the other. And it changes every day because of the 2% annual premium. But it's not that different. But anyway, you get the point. Hi, Tone. Thanks for the content. One thing I would like to ask you is if you still believe in hyperwave strategy. Of course. If so, do you believe we are building a new one? I don't. I don't believe we're building a new one. I mean, maybe we are. I'd have to really go back and think about it. I'd have to get Socrates on. We will do a hyperwave stream in the near future. We're probably building a new one, but I'm not sure where phase 1 would be. We'd have to take a look at the chart. But yeah, of course, I still believe in hyperwave. Okay, next question. Thanks for all the videos. Been following you since you were on the World Crypto Network. Whoa, thanks, Nate. Appreciate it. I tried buying GBTC with my Roth IRA from Merrill Edge. They wouldn't allow it. Which company do you use? I use Interactive Brokers. So call them. Maybe your Roth IRA doesn't. Well, here's what you need. See, the GBTC is a penny stock. It is on Pink Sheets. It is listed as a penny stock, which is basically scam trading. Not surprising, it is crypto, and Grayscale does sell you a bunch of scams. So what you need is you need to log into your broker and make sure you have access to trade penny stocks. It's a special permission. All you got to do is ask for it. So your trading account starts off with the most basics of permissions. You can only buy stocks or ETFs. That's it. Then you can ask permission to short stocks or ETFs, but you can't short in a retirement account. So all you can do is buy. You could also get permissions to trade options. And then you can short by buying puts. But that's kind of, options are dangerous. If you're going to trade options, I strongly advise you to spend the money and buy the on-demand video to learn how to trade options. If you do not use Robinhood tutorial for trading options. Okay, please. You get what you pay for. If you pay nothing, you're going to get what you pay for. Okay, so, and just it's permissions. And then you also need permissions to trade penny stocks. I actually wanted to buy a QBTC. And when I did that, when I bought QBTC, when I bought QBTC, I had to get permissions to trade the Toronto Stock Exchange. So it's just permissions. It's not, you are allowed to trade it in your Roth if it's a self-managed Roth, and you're allowed to trade inside the Roth. Okay. All right, next. Or switch to Interactive Brokers. Why is the weekly candle a problem if the November candles are so similar and they were not breakouts? Okay, now let me see. They weren't that similar. This candle is double the size of any other candle. And it's not the candle itself. It's the cumulative effect. It's the cumulative effect. Like if you look at the monthly candle, it's the cumulative effect. Like if this month is like last month, that's going to be, at that point, it's an overextended top, like kind of like what happened in 2018, 17, but much different environment. A lot stronger hands are holding Bitcoin now than before. All right, next. On the weekly time frame, Bitcoin has gone vertical. Do you think that whales will sell? Well, during FOMO stage and start a new bear market? Yes, but not yet. Not yet. We're still getting started. They will, but we need to be closer to 50,000. And the difference is the faster we go to 50,000, the more brutal the sell-off is going to be. The slower we go to 50,000, the more orderly the sell-off is going to be. And 50 is just a ballpark. That could be it could be 100 instead of 50. Can you ask Tone if he thinks the days of 80% plus correlations are over due to the more advanced institutional buyers? Okay, guys, we have to separate correlation from amplification. If you look at Bitcoin, here is the weekly chart of Bitcoin. The weekly chart of Bitcoin has been rising since March 9th, and it has accelerated in September, but look, it's a nice slow rise since March 9th. Let's look at the S&P 500 weekly chart. Well, how about that? Look, the S&P has been steadily rising since March. Like, do they not look identical to you? I mean, granted, Bitcoin is accelerating now and the S&P isn't. But if you look at the chart of weekly S&P 500 from March to now, the percentage-wise, it hasn't gone up as much by percentage. But this is what correlation is. Bitcoin is rising with the stock market. If you look at the last, since the beginning of October, we only had 2 red candle weeks. Now, what about the S&P 500? Since the beginning of October, S&P had 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. So Bitcoin's been a little more bullish than the S&P, but the S&P is also going to top. Here, the MRI on the S&P is coming in 2 weeks. So the S&P should be topping in 2 weeks. And if we look at Bitcoin, its weekly just kicked off a new trend, but its daily is going to come into a daily top this weekend. So I would probably want to be out by this weekend with at least 50% of my position if we break 24K. So, and I hope we do, and the sooner we do it, the better. Boom, there it goes. There it goes. I want to see 24.5 broken sometime in the next 24 hours, and I would be exiting half of my trade. But remember, I got into my trade right before the breakout, and I am very, very happy with that trade. And I am happy to take at least half my profit. I may even consider taking more than half my profit. I can always get back in on Monday. I'm not expecting Bitcoin to be above 30,000 on Monday. And if it is, great. Tone, thanks for your insight. Thanks to your political insight and trading. I sold some of my core holdings at 19,000. Oh, God, no, you don't do that. Do you think I can reload? I think you can reload, but no, you don't sell your core holding as you're going into an all-time high. Just trading positions. Guys, we're in a bull market. No one should be selling their holdings. In fact, no one should ever be selling their holdings. But that's okay. I think you will still be able to get in at that $19,000 to $20,000 range. I still believe that the pullback is coming, but I don't have much confidence on that. Sorry to hear that. But at these levels, I have to move that. See, I also sold over here. I also sold at 19, but I got back in. And I've been telling you guys for days I was going to go in if we broke 19.4. So even if, sometimes it's better to lose, 1 or 2% than be in a very challenging position. I wouldn't want to be in your position right now, unfortunately. And I don't even want to say your name, but I don't want to be in your, you want to avoid being in that position. You can't be overconfident on anything. The market doesn't do what you expect it to do. It can always do the opposite of that. And as a trader, you have to be absolutely ready for it. So I wish I could help more, but the skill of being a trader is not to put yourself in this predicament. And that's why I went in 2 days ago. And now I am patiently watching as we break to another all-time high. And what do we have to do to reach that? We need to break 23.8. 23.8. We're only $200 away. Jeez. Wow. That's the 30-minute chart. How's our 1 hour chart? See, on the 1 hour chart, this is going to be like a 2 above a 1. There's probably a green star on one of these candles. And the 1 hour chart is also looking beautiful. Yep, there it is. The green star would have shown up in the beginning of this candle. And it's also telling us to be bullish. And I think we're going to break this. I think we're breaking 24. If we do it in the next 30 minutes, I will still be with you guys. Or in the next 20 maybe. All right, next question. Oh, we have a super chat. Alex, you just jumped the line. Alex, thank you for your generous pound donation. Thanks for all the tireless efforts providing trading analysis. What, in your view, is the lowest price which Bitcoin can reach and remain healthy? Ooh, excellent question. Excellent question. Shit. You know, if you asked me this a few weeks ago, I would have said $8,000. But now I almost have to raise that number. I almost have to raise that number now. Let me see. Look, as long as Bitcoin stays above the 200-week moving average, all is well. And the 200-week moving average right now is still at $8,000. So technically, Bitcoin can still go to $8,000 and remain healthy, but it will be scary. Realistically, let's use the 50-period moving average as our goalpost. 50-period moving average is currently at 11,000, and as long as it stays above that, Bitcoin is good to go. Now, eventually, if this thing rises fast enough, these things will be much higher. But look, another 80% correction is coming. The question is when. We can go from 100K to 20K, and people are going to lose their shit. And you know what? It'll be just like going from 20K to 3K, and we will all be fine and happy in the future. All right, come on, baby. Break to a new high. At least give me 23.8 before I get off the stream. All right, one more question. All the mining is great, but what is Bitcoin really worth if all anyone cares about is the dollar value? When do you foresee actually paying for real life goods in Bitcoin? Well, your question is a little bit misguided because you are paying for real life goods. You're confusing using Bitcoin as a currency with using Bitcoin as a unit of account. You can't use Bitcoin as a unit of account. If I was still using Bitcoin as a unit of account, the MRI would right now cost you $1,100 to buy, because prior to Black Friday, this was denominated as 0.05. So right now, 0.05 Bitcoin would be $1,200. That's how much the MRI would cost you. I decided to do my fans a favor and change the pricing to use dollars as a unit of account because, you know, I don't want to rip anybody off. But when Bitcoin rises this quickly, how can you use Bitcoin as a unit of account? It's hard. It's really hard. You got to drop your price. But when Bitcoin eventually stabilizes, one Bitcoin is, $2-3 million, then you can start using Bitcoin as a unit of account. But we're a long time away, but you can use it now. You're just using dollars. I mean, you can use the Venezuelan bolivars as a unit of account. It's just a shitty unit of account for the opposite reason. The US dollar is the most stable currency in the world. And that's why most people use the US dollar as a unit of account. Many currencies peg to the US dollar for a unit of account. But don't confuse unit of account with using Bitcoin to buy goods and services. Okay. I'm pulling back again. Damn it. All right. How's my GBTC premium doing? All right, getting up there. All right, guys. Oh, one more super chat. Roger, you're going to be the last one. Okay. Since I do have to get going in 5 to 10 minutes, I will only entertain super chat questions until I run out of them. And after that, we will end the stream. Roger, how much should we worry about the MRI top on a monthly chart? I believe I answered that early in the video. It's a concern, but it's more of a concern to get out at the top, not to short. And I am fully long in this market. Not only is this an MRI top, but also the candle after the MRI top also occasionally tops the market. All we have to do is go back to the last MRI top, and you can see how after the MRI top, the price of Bitcoin still went up another 100%, literally 100%, and that's where it topped. So I am treating this MRI top in the same fashion as I treated this MRI top and this MRI top and this MRI top. So I'm treating it exactly the same. It's an area of concern, but it's not an immediate area of concern at the beginning of the candle. But sometime between today and the end of January, there is a very high probability that we are going to pull back. See, this, we topped the candle following the MRI, 2-month correction. We topped the candle following the MRI, 1-month correction. We topped the candle following the MRI, 1-year-long correction. I do not foresee this, but I do foresee this. So what I think is most likely is that the top is going to be made this month. I think if I take this arrow, with a 1, and I just stick it on this candle, this, I believe that our current candle is mostly similar to the June 2016 candle. And I think we can swing up higher into the $25,000 range, maybe into the $30,000 range, but then go into, this was a 38% correction that took about 2 months to develop. So if we do swing into 30,000 and I like 27, 28, 29,000, we can then correct to the $20,000 range for a 33% correction, which would then set us off on the next monthly MRI journey that could double the price of Bitcoin, taking us to 4050. Okay, so that's how I'm treating the current monthly MRI top. All right, come on. I want to see this challenged. Any other super chats? If not, we're going to be calling it a day, guys. Congratulations to all you hodlers out there. And if you want to support, now that you're wealthier, if you're interested in the MRI or you want to check out on-demand videos, don't forget Tyler Jenks's on-demand videos, or in the affiliate page, if you're going to be dollar cost averaging, or you need a Bitcoin bank, or you want to buy an awesome original trademarked Buy the Dip shirt, head over to my friend Barbie's page. buythedipstore.com. Used to be buythedip.store. That's actually her in some of those pictures, and support with a shirt. All right. Oh, there's a discount code. You get a discount code. Discount code Tone Vays will save you 10%. I was wearing a shirt yesterday. I've had it since 2017. She got them done last bull market. All right. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on. I'll see you all on the next one, guys.